Hey, my pals, Mike the Gardener, and today is an unboxing and setup of the AeroGarden Bounty Basic. I received this on Christmas as a gift from my wife, and I'm going to use it to start seeds for my outside garden. So, I'm gonna open the box here, and I'll show you. Should use my other knife, not a letter opener. But I'm gonna just do a quick unboxing and show you like the components and how to set it up and all the good stuff. So yeah, let's get to it. So first, it comes in a box, of course, and my camera here is not high enough, so I'm gonna kind of open it as I go. Anyway, the box inside has wording on "Get ready to enjoy fresh herbs all year round." Blah blah blah. It comes with a heirloom seed salad kit, which I don't need right now. It comes with the instruction booklet and some recipes, which I also don't need, and also talks about how to set up the trellis system, which for this purpose I'm using the seed starting tray, so I don't need that. Here's your power adapter. Set that there. Comes with plant food. And when you're one thing is when you're using the seed starting tray, seeds don't need nutrition, so just use a partial dose, I guess you would say, of the plant food, because the seeds have all the nutrition they need to get started. So here's the bar for the light, and it's cool. I'm glad they're using that style system. Here is the light hood. I'll set that aside here for now, because I want to show the deck and what's inside it and all that. And so as you can hear, I'm doing this real time, so which I think is more interesting. Here's the trellis system they were talking about with the little sticks, and I'll eventually show something. Once I swap over to growing something else like peppers, something tall. All right, so everything's fighting me today. But I think it's more fun to just go through in real time than to do a fancy edited video, because there are a ton of people who've done that already, and chaos is kind of my brand. So anyway, it's got the for packing. So here is the inside. Oops, I just lost the top thing there. So here's the inside of how an AeroGarden system works. You've got the power supply is on the back of the unit here, and here you have a pump that has a filter, so when the fluid goes through it, it filters it out, and then it pumps it up through the decking. And there's these little, let's see if I can show it, there's these little chutes that pour the water. It streams the water out. And then right here, of course, you see it has a little thing that says fill to here, and the way it knows if there's low on water is this thing right here has a magnet inside, and if the magnet's touching the bottom, it knows that the water's low. If the magnet's floating, it's fine. So that's kind of a easy trick of how those kind of things work. These are for where you can add either the, let's see, this is for that for the power. These are for where you can add the trellis, or you can add, they have systems where the water can be siphoned, from a tank, so it'll keep the unit filled, which is kind of useful. So actually, I'm going to unplug this. So this is just a bowl. It's a bowl and inside, of course, it has the pump. And this is the base. And so this has this is the power for the pump, and then you plug the main power supply into this right here, and that powers the light. And so the light has a USB style connection on the inside. That light bar goes like that, and that's pretty much it for the base. So the base, this is the basic, and this is the protective stuff I'll peel off. Prepare for some noise. Some people like that kind of noise. I do not. Ah. All right. So this is your control panel that you can set up for the light cycle. You can have a light cycle at different times, and you can quick run the pump and keep track of the date and all that good stuff. So this is kind of fancier than what I normally use. I normally just use the Harvest or systems similar that are just kind of, your bare bones, just pump, light. Really feel that's all you pretty much really need, but it's kind of fun to go fancy once in a while. All right, so I will pause because I'm going to have to read the instructions out. I've used the seed starting trays on the Sprout and the Harvest, but this is a completely different kettle of fish. So I believe I'm going to have to remove this pump from the tower here by using a screwdriver or a knife or something, so I can remove this portion so that I can put the seed starting deck on it. So I will pause. I'll read the instructions for once because, like I said, I've put together so many of these other systems that I don't need the instructions, but for this I do. So I will be back. All right, so I just took a brief glance at what I was supposed to do. So this is the seed starting deck, and the way this works is you have sponges, and then if you notice on the bottom here that there's nothing for the roots to kind of grab onto, so that you can, once the roots get established, you can pull them out, which is, then you put it out in the outside or move it to a different system, etc. All right, let me put this out of my way for a minute. The seed starting deck came with the deck, food, and sponges, which is useful. All right, so the instructions said basically pull. It just said to pull this off the thing, so we'll see. I don't believe that's how it works, because I believe you have to, from everything I've seen, it says pull firmly. Nah, no, I'm not going to listen to them. I'm going to use this to kind of push. Oops, so I'm taking the bottom one off. All right, I'm going to pause it because I'm not going to be able to do it while trying to look at the camera. Be right back. All right, so the instructions say just to pull this apart, but as you can see, there's 4 locking clips here that snap on and lock into these slots. You can't just pull it apart. You have to put something sharp into each one of these slots and pull it out apart at this exact same time. It's yeah, okay. Very frustrating, AeroGarden. Have a better system, because basically you break one of the tabs and you're in trouble. All right, so apparently that's all I need to do. Okay, so we will put the tower in. Again, it's an unusual USB plug. Never seen that before. Let's see if I can get it right the first time. As I say, plenty of times USBs are always frustrating that way. All right, so now we're cooking with the gas here. So this is not the spot I'm going to set it up, so I'm going to move it to the spot I'm going to set it up. I'm going to put the light tower on, plug it in, fill it full of water, and show you from there. I will be back. Oh, one quick tip: I like to keep the box that the seed starting systems come with, and then I store the old deck like on the AeroGarden sprout and other in the harvest. When I'm not using, if I'm using the seed starting deck, I want to keep this safe. So I just pack this back into the box. So I know when it's time to put the regular grow deck back on, I'm good to go. Be right back. All right, I got everything plugged in. I got filled with water. I got the light attached. This is the rubber grommet. See, that tells you where the fill line is. Just cover that up like that. All right, I got all that good to go. Set up the timer and all that stuff. And so now I'm going to put, I think this calls for 10 ml of the plant food. I'm just going to put 5 in there because, like I said, the seeds don't really need it until they actually start growing. Be right back. All right, now you may ask, well, why do I even bother putting the food in there if the seeds don't really need it? And the answer is because AeroGarden, their food, has a buffer, pH buffer in it, so I don't have to worry about balancing out the pH as much. I already know what my pH is, and I know that this balances out for me. So, yeah, that's why I do it. If I had a pH, well, I do have a pH meter, but if I really wanted to bother, I would not have to do that step, check my pH and all that stuff. But this is just super simple, and I like keeping it simple. All right, so you've got 50 holes here, and I am not going to use all 50 because that I'm not. Well, probably not. We'll see. Once I start the seeds going, we shall see. Be right back. I'm going to show you the simple method. You just put the sponges in. It's not that hard. Be right back. All right, so I'm just using half of the sponges right now. Yeah, I might use them all because I do have a lot of flowers I could grow and put outside. But, we're good for now. You just take the sponge, just drop it in. It's that simple. And then you drop the seed into the hole there, and you're good to go. So that's how simple it is. And then later on, when I'm done with these, and see these are going to absorb the water and puff up. And then once the plant gets going, I can just pull it out, put it right in the soil. Because this is organic. This is I believe it's like a compressed peat moss or cocoa coir. I'm not sure what they're using nowadays. Yeah. So it's really simple, really cool. The thing I like about this system is the light is super tall. So I can grow something really tall in here. Once I'm done with the seed starting aspect of it, I'll put the other deck back on, and I will definitely going to show you something that that I'll be growing in this system. So very excited. All right, I got so busy trying to set things up outside. I got like beds to set up for outside stuff. I kind of rushed this video, so I did want to do an insert on some quick tips that I have. So as you can see here, this is cling wrap. The reason why I have cling wrap over it is because it acts as the moisture dome, and it makes the seeds germinate faster. From my experience, I used it on I showed in my tour video, I showed that I did it to the sprout. I've done it several times, and it works really well. Now, these silver things, because a lot of people will fill every single hole, the plants aren't allowed to grow very big, especially, which is fine if you're going to transplant. I'm chaotic. I'm also kind of a lazy gardener in the sense that I don't want to do all of the up potting and transplanting and then taking outside. I pretty much generally go from this directly to soil, and I just bury it deep, and I heavily water for a few days, and it's 99% always fine. So I do want them to get to, instead of getting to this size and then all of them kind of crowding each other out and competing for the light and stuff, but they try to grow over each other, I put space in between. So this is just foil. So I just, so I don't want the light getting into the water, which would cause algae. I just took a piece of aluminum foil, just kind of squished it, a little square piece, and just squished it down into the hole. And so I have space now, so I can let the plants get up to, a decent size without them fighting each other for light and resources. So and then I can just put them directly outside into the soil. So I literally just did this, a couple hours ago, so there's nothing happening here. But yeah, I've had some really fast germination results by simply, because they don't provide any kind of domes or anything for this. With their normal pods, you get the pod and then you get the clear plastic dome that goes over it. And I suppose you could take, if you have extra plastic domes, you could kind of put one over each to germinate. But I find this is just fast and easy. And pretty much by the time you start seeing any of the green touching the plastic, it's time to remove them anyway. And they're all pretty much around the same time frame. So that's just a quick tip on that. And then, of course, the biggest tip is lower your light. Everybody, like when I see in videos and stuff, they'll have their light to its max height. And granted, seedlings don't, require light to germinate. Once the plants gets going, if it has to stretch out to the light, that's what is the term leggy. And you don't want that. So lower the light as far as possible, as low as possible. And a thing I do like is that this uses the telescoping light raising method instead of having a solid bar. Because granted, this light is this goes super high, and so yeah, it makes sense that this from this space from here to here is going to be, a distance. You're not going to get a super low, but some of these units, they will start off like 9-10 inches above the deck with a weaker light, and then so everything's leggy, where I'm not going to have that problem with this unit. And then the great thing is as plant grows, I can raise the light up really, really high, so I can grow that's the benefit of having the Bounty, is that it goes to like 23 inches high, 24 inches, something like that, which is awesome, where the normal AeroGarden, like the Harvest, only goes up like 11 inches. So yeah. All right, so apologize for rushing the video, but unless I said anything, you probably wouldn't know because I'm going to insert this video into that video. All right. Oh, another tip. Because I don't fill every single space, and I'm the type of gardener, and now this is going to be an individual preference thing. I'm the type of gardener where I will grow a few of each, kind of backups to the backups. So, like, for example, I'm counting this as 1. This is a blank spot. This will be 2, blank spot 3, blank spot 4, blank spot 5. And these are some tomatoes I'm going to put out early, so it's not a big deal. So I kind of allowed those to be, but I counted out, so again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so what I do here with my paper is I numbered 1 to 7. So instead of, I know some people have charts and they do all kinds of fancy, they put stickers and all kinds of things. I just did to me, I like simple. So this is just literally 1. These are 4 Fresno plants. This is pepper, fish pepper. These are Sugar Rush, and so on and so forth. So I got the chocolate sprinkles, I got Romas, I got Paul Robinson's on the end here. So yeah, here it is a couple days later. We've already got some growth, which is pretty awesome. So this is why I really love using the AeroGarden seed starting deck. These are peppers on this side, so they take longer to germinate, sometimes up to 21 days. These right here are tomatoes, so of course they're up earlier. But this one right here is orange spice jalapeno, so this one's up early, which is pretty cool. But these are from seeds that I grew hydroponically, so it's maybe used to, adapted to growing hydroponically, so it's happy to come up. These are not from my seeds, so yeah, pretty cool. All right, so there are other more detailed setups and unboxings out there, but this is mine, and I thought it'd be fun. So, all right, gonna keep it short. Any comments, questions in the comment section? Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have an awesome day.